Hello there, I'm NeroBax and welcome back to U4. As you can see, the time has passed a little bit, and the reason for that is basically I had some problem with the recording. Basically everything was acting up. U4 was almost killing my CPU for some weird reason. I had to restart the game, fix a couple of things, and hopefully it's fixed now. But it was weird. I had a frame rate of 5 there for a solid minute, and the recording was all jumbled up too. The sound was distorted, and nothing made any sense. But let me just be honest. Nothing happened. I also played a prestige in an event, but it's nothing to be. It was 10 prestige. It's nothing that will cause any major issues or anything like that. Other than that, I was just saying that I did a little bit of reading on how things were working. But before that, in the last video, there was a comment I tried to answer, but it didn't actually let me for some weird reason. Asking what mod I was using. I'm actually not using a mod, I'm using the base game with DLCs. There's a DLC that gives you the ability to basically create your own nation. That's what I've done. I've taken some empty provinces in your own kingdom, empire, something greater. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically a tool in-game that Paradox has made. That's a DLC. That allows you to create your own nation within certain parameters. You can't just take the entire world, for instance. It's limited with a point system. And you can pick your own, basically your own everything. But also I've understood a little bit how the estates work. Some of them will actually give you very detrimental effects. And what I mean with very detrimental effects is that they could, in theory, bring, well, to some degree, the late game very detrimental events, as far as I know. They also give you some pretty decent bonuses, depending on their loyalty. So, yeah, it's an interesting feature for sure. And I'm going to have to read up on it a lot in the future, but right now I don't have time for that. I'm focusing on exams. I'll have another one in next week. That will be my last one. Then I'll be probably working for quite a while, and I won't really have any time to record there, because I will be very, very busy with the work, which is a little bit of a sad thing. So I'm trying to churn out some videos today. I have a day off. I'm tired of reading, so I'll be aiming at getting that done. Now, as I was saying before, my game slowed down quick crawl here, so something weird is going on. It's still actually happening. My frame rate right now, according to my recording software, is 10. So something here is not adding up properly. It's probably just due to the speed that I'm running everything through, and potentially some compatibility issues right now, but I'll have to investigate this after this episode. I'll have to record it now if I want to get it out today, which I guess you all can appreciate. But anyways, we're just going to leave things as they are. We have no need to do anything in particular right now other than growing this this colony. And we'll keep on doing what we have been doing. Okay, so I realized with the estates that a lot of events have apparently been changed here. We can either take powerful nobles for 10 years, which means that we get national tax modifier minus 10%. That would actually be kind of bad right now because taxation is our main source of income. And I would like to keep that. We can delegate more power to provinces, which would give monthly autonomy change of 0.5. Basically, they'll get 6% autonomy. Now, in the big picture, since we're not actually planning on conquering anything, and the autonomy is already going down, let's see, the thing that should have high autonomy is the newly colonized province, but it doesn't actually have any. And basically adding +5 higher autonomy each month won't cause us any problems whatsoever. So we'll go with this. The merchant guilds will be happy with it, and I don't think we can actually lose the loyalty of the merchant guilds. Oh, it goes down steadily 0.1 a month. Well, that's perfectly fine. Not really much we can do about that. But as I said, I will continue working on the colonies. I'll have to wait until this war is over, and then we'll probably do some warfare, I guess, because these guys are starting to end up in kind of a troublesome situation. But seeing how strong the natives have, or not the natives really, the rebels in certain areas have been, it's kind of... we have to spy on this overlord, Zapotec. Okay. Well, the thing here is that I actually realized how... I didn't actually check this because I thought it was just standardized claim. But basically how claims work right now is that... That's interesting. I have claims on these two provinces, as you can see. Can I declare war on... I can declare war on... I've been playing too many games where you can't actually do anything to the vassal. But, yeah, I can declare war on these guys. And as you can see here, most likely accept. We don't really need to fight them any right now anyways, because we should just focus on growing our colonies. And the best way to actually grow colony-wise, I think, is actually getting control of the Caribbean, because there's a bunch of decently developed provinces here. So I think I need to just build myself a little bit of a navy, transport fleet navy. How many natives are there? 1,500, 1,500. Yeah, so we should be fine with just building three cogs for now, probably. Okay, so you can't actually just build as many ships as you want right now. This is something that's interesting. This is also one of the new things that I haven't actually, well, bothered with because I didn't know how it worked. Basically, as far as I can see, this means that you can't just build a super navy overnight in order to save costs or whatever you want to do. So, apparently my dude got expelled from Belize here. I had to do spy network, and as you can see, we're locked out for a couple of months. That's not actually a problem though. It's actually pretty easy, so I shouldn't actually be worried about that. Let's just start building up a spy network in Zapotec then, not waste our diplomat. But with that said, we're going to build those 4 cogs, and after colonizing this and potentially Magdalena, we'll have to see. There isn't really, as I said, a lot of provinces here that will give us a huge boost in anything. So I think we're going to, as previously said, focus on getting the islands done. They're pretty much a very nice staging point, and having them under control will basically be very good, because they're just more valuable than 3 or 4 of these provinces, and then just building up economy, I can just set up 2 or 3 provinces in the future as well. So it should probably just be for the better to just focus on getting the land that would boost economy right now, rather than anything else. So we're going to be doing that. With that in mind though, we'll go back into waiting mode. There we go. Our next colony has been completed in Cartagena. And still, I definitely need to check out some other things here with the states and everything. Let's see, permanent state. Let's see, is there a state map here perhaps? Political map mode. Stats, unrest. Because I definitely need to check out the difference between state and territories. It's one of those important things that I completely forgot about. I remember the states because it was just so weird, and it was also mentioned in one of the updates that I read. But I did not actually check out territories versus states. Right now, I don't think it's actually a big problem. So we will not worry about it, but that's fine. We'll start with colonizing Havana. It's they're kind of aggressive, that's fine. It's an 11 development area, so that's good too. And I'm still building one more ship, but we'll just take half of the colonist army over and see what happens. Duke of Burgundy dies, which means that, well, trouble happens. Sadly, we cannot... Oh, we can actually see the trouble because we're Western. This is interesting. This is really interesting. That means that I have primetime view. Sadly, I can't see Africa, so I don't actually know when they arrive, but I have a... I have an advantage in that regard, because I know what's happening in Europe. I did not actually realize this. But Burgundy dying causes us some issues, potentially. And England is getting its ass kicked by Castile and France. That's also very interesting. But yeah, we have the Austrian Low Countries here, which is interesting. That's pretty good. We get some trade expansions, which is good, but yeah, Burgundy dying out early. It's probably not too good, because a strong France and a strong Austria isn't really that much of a problem for us. We're going to be focusing on New World anyways, but having a France that's allied with Castile is kind of troublesome. That is, that's for sure. So again here, build cog. Oh, that's pretty nice. If I want to build or add to my army, or a ship die, or add to the fleet, or if a ship dies, I can just press here and they'll build one for me. That's nice. Mission settings? Pet thresholds. Oh, it'll automatically... That's pretty nice. Like mission, hunt enemy fleets, intercept enemy fleets. All of these are pretty damn nice. I am happy about that. You like it? Oh, there's actually a raid idea. We could go full Vikings here. I'm not starting to like U4. Now, this is one of the reasons why I sometimes take breaks from U4 like I did. I didn't actually end up playing anything in the meantime, which was a very, very bad thing to do. But I just needed a break from playing the game as much as I did. It was just a very bad idea to begin with. And as you can see, now I'm back again and I'm having a lot more fun with this because there's new things to figure out and everything, so it's all good. Now, I will not be taking another... I will not be researching this because the national idea is coming up pretty soon, and that national idea will give me another explorer or colonizer, if you want to call them, because we're going to go with the exploration ideas, of course, which will give us the this dude. We'll also end up with global settlement piece down the line, a lot of positive things. So we're going to be focusing on getting that one done. We're probably going to go for a straight on expansion afterwards to get another colonist and state maintenance. Okay, so a lot of these have changed, and I'll have to look through that also. But it's not something I need to do this episode. This episode we're just going to continue doing what we have been doing, and that is basically not really doing anything. I'm just going through the menu, seeing what's new, seeing what's old, and we'll see how things end up here. Well, this is actually great. I was counting on E4 to save me from my 000 air. I didn't think they would actually do that, but they did. A beloved heir dies. Strange feelings claim life for your beloved heir, Naeli. Or Naeli. Well, sadly, he was neither beloved or it was a tragedy. It was divine intervention. I'm very happy with that. But I can get a temple or I can get a 133 with a weak claim. Let's just get that temple. It's not really a... Well, they have the same stat output, almost. So... Except he's strong. So I guess that's fine. 024. Now, military isn't really what I needed, but not really much we can do about that. As I said, I will not be making any mistakes in the future. They actually cost maintenance, which is a problem. So I'll have to look up exactly what they do in the future. But for now, I guess it's just that they are harder to take from your opponents. And if your opponents actually lose the territory, they lose the core too, I believe. I believe that was the description. Does not coastal extension will have a high level of autonomy and the core will be lost if conquered. Okay, so it's basically a high autonomy area. I should actually make this into state then, because it is kind of a valuable area. We'll make it state 4. Oh, I can see. So, as you can see, it will cost us 0.8 in maintenance every month. Well, it will increase the income by about 0.10. We will do that, I guess. Cool. Does that mean that... No, that's colony map mode. There should be a map mode for this. Let's see, states and territories. There we go. Huh. That's interesting. So apparently, I guess these lands are part of a potential state. But I would like to actually see the names and not my Roman Empire. I'll have to look up that too later. But we're making more money now, so that's a bonus. The idea set is also coming online neatly, so we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. The first reform of the Holy Roman Empire has been enacted. Nothing really to write home about, which is nice to know. The Imperial Authority is growing decently. They gain almost 3 points a year, which is good, I guess. They all hate us, of course, because we're not part of the little club, and we're heathens, to make it worse. I'm going to wait until we get Amintech, set up the first idea, and then cotton. Fitting. But as I said, I'm going to set up the first idea set, and then we're going to call it quits for this episode. But still a tiny bit more time. As I said, there should be some more episodes coming up in the future. Probably one every 2 days or something like that. Because, as I said, I'll be busy with exams, and I also have a lot of work. And it's not the fun kind of work. It's the kind of work where I work 10 hours a day or so. Maximum amount of power reached. Well, timing is perfect there. Production efficiency plus 20%. Yield corruption minus 0.05. Since we are 2 years ahead. So I guess that's good. Allows another degroove, and my production efficiency increased by 5%. Now, we'll get a 25% boost for a little while, thanks to that, so that's pretty decent. But as I said, we'll go with exploration ideas here. We'll get ourselves another dude, or another colonist through colonial ventures, and we'll also take quests for the New World, which will allow us to recruit explorers and conquistadors. So we can actually start to explore the area which we have been colonizing. Which is an interesting thing to say. Now, the problem here is, even if I send him, I might be in a position where I can't actually afford him. So I'm going to just look at that before... Yeah, that's the problem that I was fearing. I can't really afford the maintenance, as you can see here. So we need to just grow our income base. But for now, I think it's fine. Even if I bring my threshold down to just 10 ducats, it should be fine. I'll just have to lower the colonial maintenance, which means it'll take longer to actually make proper colonies, but it should still be fine to just use this. This will help me grow a lot quicker. But we're going to end it here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.